Let's have a quick story time about kindness and understanding, putting yourself in someone else's shoes. So recently, my husband and I were taking my daughter with autism, nonverbal, severe, also has P10-Cowden syndrome, to speech. If you're a parent of a special needs child, you can relate to this in a way other people cannot. First of all, I do everything private for my daughter. We don't do public school right now. It is so extremely hard to do everything private. So much more is on you as a parent. I am a stay-at-home mom. I can't imagine not being, especially with private placement. The phone calls, the meetings, the following up on everything, the making sure that you're putting in the work to make sure that everything is being carried out the same way or better than this public school would do things. Constantly trying to make appointments work and rearrange your schedule and fit in outside speech and OT, all the things. So, needless to say, between two kids and one with severe needs, life is crazy. So speech is right now currently my least favorite time of the week. Without getting too far into it, our current speech situation is not the most ideal. We have a wheelchair stroller for my daughter who elopes, and I also have a toddler. So most of the time I have to do this on my own, pull up to speech, get the wheelchair out of the back, try and get a toddler and my 8-year-old special needs child into this building. The speech is on the second floor. We have to go up the elevator, the whole thing. Toddler's not listening. My daughter is stimming like crazy in the chair, trying to get out. It's a whole thing just to get upstairs. On this day, I was so grateful to have my husband with me. So he stays in the van with my toddler. We have a handicap placard, which took me a very long time to actually submit for and receive because I didn't want to, it sounds silly, but take a spot away from someone who may be in more need. Realized eventually that I need it. That is me. I am the one in need. It's gotten to that point. So we park in the handicap spot. We're at speech. I get the wheelchair out of the back of the van. I'm like sweating. It's a whole thing. I get her loaded up. I get the diaper bag. I get her iPad. I get all the things. I get our coats on. I get my purse. I have to put her shoes and socks back on just to get in the door, to get to the elevator, to get upstairs to speech. I'm exhausted physically and mentally. I'm done with this day. We go through the whole thing. I sit there and wait. It's a half hour. So my husband stays and waits in the car with my toddler. Meanwhile, of course, when you're a special needs parent, your mind is not always present, let's say. You're not always in a balanced state. You're tired. You're overwhelmed. You're overstimulated. You're trying to do all of the things. You're like a combat warrior and you're exhausted. So while I'm in speech, my husband said, this older woman comes up and knocks on his window. He cracks the window a little bit. This woman goes off on him. Apparently, my husband forgot to put up the handicap placard. Now remember, completely overwhelmed, put yourself in someone else's shoes. You have no idea what this family is going through. For 1 second, do you think you could stop and think about the situation? Maybe they forgot to put it up. This woman assumes, and I hate when people assume. It's not a good look. So she assumes that we are not really in need of this handicap spot. She goes off on my husband. She said that there's someone who's in their 80s that she saw just have to walk across the parking lot because there was no handicap spots left. Your handicap placard is not up, and if you don't need this spot, you need to move. My husband works very hard, as well as myself. We are tired. We are exhausted. We are trying our best every single day. And this woman assumes that we're just sitting in this spot to take the space. He very directly says, I have a handicap placard. I forgot to put it up. He puts it on the mirror. He looks at her and says, my daughter is in a wheelchair. The woman doesn't even apologize. Instead of apologizing, she just continues with her attitude. And she said, you know, you really should remember to put the placard up. She was wrong. Now, obviously, we need to remember to put this up. That's very important. But is it not also important to not assume and to give people a little grace sometimes? This woman has absolutely no idea what we go through on a daily basis to care for our children. To close the story out, you never know what someone else is going through, and no one's perfect. I know at some point I'm going to forget to put that up, and I can only hope that my husband is still in the car when that happens, so we are not sitting in a handicap spot with no one in the car and it parked in a handicap space. However, when you realize you're wrong, you need to apologize. Don't ever assume you know someone. Be kind. Show compassion. It's so much easier to just come up and ask, do you have a handicap placard? I just wanted to make sure because I didn't see it. Have a great day. Wouldn't that be so simple? I don't know. What do you guys think about that?